CUP must accept Chamisa's ascendancy. The discord, pollution and noise within the MDCT Standing Committee must come to a screeching halt, if the MDCT and its partners in the MDC alliance entertain any hopes of bagging the presidential race and win the bulk of the parliamentary and council seats. The continued standoff and acrimonious relationship between party deputy president, Thakazane CUP, and President Nelson Chamisa is not good at all. It is confusing ordinary people in rural, urban and other areas. The continued catfight, if left spreading like a Somerville fire, will subtract important votes, damaging the MDCT and MDC alliance leader Chamisa's chances of defeating President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Disgruntled CUP sympathizers might also kick the votes into thistle and thorns, as they protest what they view as a deliberate attempt to sideline CUP on reports of tribalism and patriarchal politics. This needs clarity. The ball is in Chamisa's court. This is the moment for him to demonstrate his leadership and negotiation skills. The greatest losers, if the impasse between Chamisa and CUP is not resolved amicably or continues, will be Chamisa and the MDC alliance. It will be difficult for Chamisa to garner the 50% plus one vote in the first round of elections. MDC alliance candidates in both council and parliamentary elections might end up struggling to win the votes if there is a split. A split is a split, no matter how marginal or small it is. CUP must also accept the fait accompli. It's de jure. It's a fact that the MDCT National Council sat and appointed Chamisa as substantive president. The voters are warming up to a Chamisa national presidency. With that in mind, she must stop swimming against the political tide. She has to join the majority and also respect her party's constitution. There is power and strength in unity and numbers. MDCT must unite first before it unites with other parties, or it's doomed.